You know that feeling. Someone shares an idea in the room, and everyone goes quiet in that specific way. The way that means, why didn't I think of that? You were in the same room, same information, same problem, but they saw something you didn't, and the story you tell yourself afterward is always the same. Some people are just built that way. I'm not a creative person. Here's why that story is wrong, and what it's quietly costing you. The creativity myth has 3 layers. 1. Creativity is a gift. Neuroscience disagrees. Research shows creative thinking is not a fixed trait. It's a cognitive mode, a state your brain enters, not something you're born with or without, something you learn to access. 2. Inspiration strikes randomly. Edison ran 10,000 experiments. Picasso produced 20,000 works. Maya Angelou wrote every day, whether she felt inspired or not. Inspiration doesn't come before the work, it comes from it. 3. Creative people think more. Wrong. They think differently. They've trained one specific mental habit, associative thinking, connecting ideas from completely unrelated domains. That's the whole superpower. And it's trainable. 3 brain networks activate during creative thought. The default mode network, your daydream engine, active when you're unfocused. This is where original ideas are born, not at your desk. In the spaces between, the salience network, your brain's filter, decides which drifting ideas are worth keeping. The executive control network, your editor, takes raw ideas and shapes them into something real. In most people, these 3 compete. One activates. The others go quiet. In creative people, all 3 run simultaneously. That's not a gift. That's a trained state. And the system you're about to learn trains exactly that. 5 steps. In order. Every time. Step 1. Absorb widely. Darwin read poetry. Einstein played violin. Steve Jobs studied calligraphy, and it shaped the typography of the first Mac. Your brain cannot connect ideas it has never encountered. Wider inputs. Richer outputs. Every week, deliberately consume one thing completely outside your normal domain. Input first. Always. Step 2. Sit with the problem. Not solving, not brainstorming. Just loading the problem into your brain, then doing nothing with it. Write it down, read it once, then walk, cook, shower. Anything without focused thought. Your unconscious makes connections below the surface. You just need to get out of its way. Step 3. Capture everything. Creative people don't have better ideas. They have better capture systems. Most ideas arrive quietly in the shower, between tasks, 90 seconds before sleep, and most people let them disappear. One capture tool, always within reach. Notes app, notebook, voice memo. The idea that isn't captured never existed. Step 4. Collide your ideas. This is where associative thinking lives. Take 2 unrelated ideas. Force a connection. Gutenberg invented the printing press by combining a wine press with a coin punch. 2 unrelated objects. 1 forced connection. An invention that changed civilization. Once a week, open your capture notes. Pick 2 random ideas. Force a connection for 10 minutes. Most collisions produce nothing. 1 in 20 produces something nobody has thought of before. Step 5. Produce ugly first drafts. This is the step that separates people who create from people who only think about creating. The inner critic activates the moment you try to make something real. Not good enough. Not original enough. Not ready. Here's what every creative genius knows. The first version is never the point. It's the raw material the real work is built from. Picasso's 20,000 works weren't all masterpieces. Most were failures. The masterpieces came because the failures came first. Set a timer. 20 minutes. Make the worst version of your idea, because making, however badly, always unlocks the next idea. Creativity is not a feeling, not a personality type, not a gift. It's a manufacturing process. Wide inputs go in. Unconscious processing happens. Ideas get captured. Collisions get forced. Ugly drafts get made. And somewhere inside that process, something original emerges. Every time. Not because you're special, because you ran the system. You were never uncreative. That story you've been telling yourself, since the last time someone had the idea you wished was yours, it was never true. You just didn't have the system. Now you do. Absorb widely. Sit with the problem. Capture everything. Collide your ideas. Produce ugly first drafts. 5 steps. That's the entire difference between the person with the idea and the person wondering why it was never them. Starting now, it's you.